We are back with another one, y'all. We got Dr. Umar Johnson. He's on the Danza project. He does an interview. Is he lying again, man? He goes into the school. Plus, I might go into a breakdown, a little bit more of a breakdown in the school. We'll go into one or two videos. For some people who've been under a rock, maybe you have not seen where some of this is coming from. It's been 80 plus years. You know, I threw a couple of 30 years on it, but it's been about 40 years that this project has been existing when he brought this whole thing into fruition, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all all dropping likes. Let me know what y'all thinking about Umar Johnson. Let me know if y'all think this school is gonna get built. If he just playing with people's minds and people time and people money. Let me know what y'all thinking. This is what it's all about, man. Shout out to Trinity in the building. Let's get to this. And let's see what it is, bro. It's nasty work.
I guess for me, the one thing that I just want to finalize is the renovations on the FDMG Academy. You know, we've been almost done for so long, and now we're at the floors, but I'm still scared to say we done, because every time I say we done, something else comes up. So, you know, I ain't been saying nothing. My thing is, when it's done, that's when I'll announce it. You know what I mean? I was supposed to go back to the Breakfast Club, and I text Charlamagne. I said, I'm not coming back up there one more time to tell people we almost done. You feel me? Yeah. When we done, I'll schedule with you. I'm not going up to Power 105 again until we done. I'm tired of saying it myself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So when we done, that's when I'll do it, man. But we real close. When I fly back home tomorrow, I got to get to the school. They laying the floors now, and once that's done, we'd be applying for our certificate of occupancy. That's going to be interesting because the city has not been our friend. They tried to sell the school behind our back last month for some frivolous expenses that we should not have even owed. So I'm going to stay positive, but I'm not looking forward to the inspection because, you know, they can nitpick you to death on that.
Absolutely.
You know, so when people say when you're going to actually be done, that's not in our hands. We have to see what the city says, you know, but I'm hoping after all we've been through, they just say, go ahead. If it's all in order, just pass him, you know, but that hasn't been the experience. Like everything we've been through with the city has been a fight, you know, even to get a permit for the festival. They ain't want to give us that. You know, so it's really been a tug of war with them. I'm just hoping that we don't have to have a protest. I'm hoping we don't have to take them to court for discrimination. I mean, the bureaucracy is mostly black. The mayor's white, but the bureaucracy is black. But discrimination is discrimination, even if you're the same color. Right. You know, so I'm just, you know, I'm going to just put it in the Lord's hands and see. But we knock it on the finish line. So if all goes well, we should be able to apply for the inspection before the end of the year.
And this is something that most people don't understand in general. Just starting a business is tough, right? And then when you're doing something in the community, it's going to be a lot tougher. When you're dealing with that much square footage, they could find something wrong anywhere. Oh, well, in this corner here. But a lot of people that have never started a business, you know, have never gotten any type of education, what it's like. They have no idea.
Never opened a school, never ran a school, but they're experts in our school. You know, and I don't get into it, but I hear a lot of it because my supporters send me the clips, and I've heard ridiculous things. I heard people say you can get an HVAC for $5,000. That's a $50,000 unit up there, and that was the cheap one. You feel me? This is not a house. This is a school. You're not getting no HVAC for no $5,000. You know what I mean? Every utility that we had repaired, plumbing, HVAC, electric, every one cost us well over $100,000. Nothing was under $100K for repair. So when I hear people say he could have got this done for $5,000, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother level. But my thing is,
Bro, even if it's $5,000, which we know, bro. Come on, son. Come on, bro. How long he had? First of all, if you really know Dr. Umar Johnson, you know how long he was talking about the HVAC system. You know how long he...
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
I got to give you that grandma look. You know, you come in the crib, your grandmother know you was smoking trees. She looking at you like this, nigga, with a moo-moo on. Bruh, you got to get this nigga the moo-moo look, bruh. How long he had some with the HVAC system? Do you remember when he was going in the gymnasium? It was water coming all off the roof. Remember, it was water in the middle of the floor. Remember, he had a gathering in the gymnasium? Come on, bro. So when my man be saying like, yo, the nigga throwing block parties and he trying to throw parties in the spot, he using it like a little function joint. I mean, to throw little reunions and all of that. How much money has Umar made, bro? Not even watching nobody pockets. How much bread has he made, bro? The man talking about measly $5 grand, whatever it takes. So what, man? Don't matter. Supposed to have 15 HVAC systems by now. What are you talking about, bro? What are we talking about for real now? But he's still keeping up the grift. I don't know, bro. Maybe I believe that shit gonna be built. So I don't believe no more. I did at one point. I did. So I'm not a hater to this school. I believe that this school will be built. But I just... Come on, bro. You're not even trying to be a hustler. You're not even taking people money, trying to get some more money so that you could put it back because you spending money. You're not doing none of that. You just most definitely just looking forward to the donations. What happened when that well runs dry, bro? What happens? Everybody's out, even those young black boys that you preach to help. Shit is nasty work with that, bro. Let's get back to the video, bro.
If you never did it, why are you speaking on it? And if you're not doing anything for the people, why are you speaking on it? See, that's my thing. Definitely I don't think people who don't do work could criticize people who do work. Now, if you're doing the work, you say, look, I built me a relevant institution. You can speak to it because you did it. We're being questioned and criticized by people who do.
Even when he was brought to the attention of Lord Jamar's step pops or something like that. Father-in-law, my bad. Father-in-law. I think it's his girl, his wife's father, who was building a school, who has built the school already, maybe has some resources and things like that that Dr. Umar could have used for himself. What did he do? What did he say? Was he as open to the opportunity and to the thought? No, he wasn't, bro. He shut it down. He said he doesn't need the help. But then he's going to sit here and act like just because other people like you and me have not built a school, or maybe some of the people that made charitable donations, maybe they have not built a school. Maybe they can't tell him what to do, or maybe give him an opinion or thought on it. But when he was in position with people that can actually help him to achieve this dream of his, what did he do with that? I'll wait. What did he do? I'm gonna leave you to ask yourself that question. What the hell did he do with it? Straight. Drop likes, hit the polls. Everybody subscribe to On Go. Udo On Go.
Nothing. And that's why I'm so tight-lipped on it, because I'm like, I don't owe you no answers. On top of the fact you never donated, on top of the fact you never drove by there and picked up a piece of trash, you questioning something that you don't support financially. You questioning something that you've never been a part of in your entire life. You've never been a part of anything that progressive as building an institution. So why are you expecting me to be accountable to you?
And so how do you keep it together? Back to that mental health thing. Like, how do you feel?
I'm going to be honest with
The crazy thing is Dr. Umar wouldn't even have the opportunity to build this if it wasn't for the people that's donating the money. This would just be a thought in your brain like every other thought that we have in our minds. The crazy thing is that people that donated, we don't know how much they've donated. Anybody that donated something that tried to ask Dr. Umar Johnson about this, he flipped on you and he balked on you, bro. Made you feel like somebody's stepchild. Straight. He did you like Cinderella, homie.
Oh, no, you can't be
live.
That is some bullshit right there.
Yeah, live. He wild on you live. You couldn't even ask that man a question. All right, I get it. Even the same feat that he's trying to achieve, he has not accomplished it yet. He has not done this yet. So everybody that he's speaking to and talking about that don't know nothing about building a school, Dr. Umar Johnson, you are just like every one of us. You're the same thing. What's the difference between you? Have you done this? No, you have not. You're trying to do it. You want to go about doing it, but what's the difference between you and anybody else? No. I just seen a guy go by online, and he actually has an agricultural school where he's teaching farming. He built his own little school, son, teaching farming, how to grow, how to do things like that, bro. People are achieving this on maybe lower scales or maybe even big scales. But the point about it is pooling resources, bringing minds together, figuring this is out. We don't even know what a curriculum looks like, even if the school was supposed to open. What does a curriculum look like? What you want to teach these black boys? What does that look like? At least have some of these things out. Right? So we could see this on the board. Okay, school curriculum looking like this. Okay, cool. He got some teachers. He got some guidance people, even though they ain't in a position yet. But when they build, look, we got people in position. It's showing you staffing, different things like that. How you going to build a whole outside of a school, which you ain't built yet? It's still got a sign on the side of the wall that says Moynihan, which is the name of the old campus that it was. You didn't even rip that off the wall. So how you going to fix the outside of something, but you're not trying to deal with the guts of something? So you just enter the relationship. She pretty, you pretty, huh? That's it. Y'all ain't got nothing else of substance in the relationship. You just look good. She just look good. Oh, you just got money and she along for the ride, or vice versa, however it goes. That's it. You just fixing the outside. It's just the outside looking good. That's it. Put a door on it. Paint it African colors. Throw some splashes on the rock over there. Make sure we got the little, remember, mushroom tie. Mushroom, remember? R.I.P. my man Pop Witherspoon. Mushroom. So you put a little color on the door, throw the color on the rock, matching. Mushroom tie. What about bringing and building the inside, the organs of the school, not just the skeleton? I keep saying that this school is like a relationship that this man is in. He loves this, supposedly. Does he really? Sound like everything else that people tend to love. You tend to treat it like shit, actually. And subconsciously, maybe he's running away from this, and maybe he does not want to complete this, because to complete this means to come out with the bread. And maybe he don't want to come up off the bread. Or maybe he got different plans for the bread. Maybe he's sending the bread back to Africa. Who knows what he's doing with the bread? But ain't no way you gonna blow 3 meals or something like that and not be on some kind of rocks. Pookie, the movie, New Jack City. No way. Very brilliant man, Dr. Umar Johnson. A nigga ain't gonna lie and say he's not. Very brilliant man. But what is your addictions? What are your vices, sir? We all have them. Some people addicted to all types of shit. Food, all types of shit. So what? You ain't got no addictions? Hope it ain't a Babs Bunny. Hope it ain't allegedly an occasional rabbit you plucking over there. Because you're telling us not to do it. What are you spending the money on? Kente cloth? 2 Louis Vuitton suits? You could buy a year's worth of Kente cloth and make your outfits forever. Stop playing games with me. It's Kente cloth. If you know how to sew, it's over. Shit is cheaper than fucking McDonald's Happy Meals. Stop, bro. It's Kente cloth, bro. Where's the money going? Where did the money go? Where's the rest of it going to go when you get it? No one can clock how much money you had. Shout out to Lennon Honor for him doing the maths on the maths because his maths was mathing. But sorry, Lennon, you can't figure this math out, bro. Sorry, bro. You cannot. Lennon. No. You was good with your math, Lennon. But, bro, you cannot equate for the PayPal. You cannot equate for the people that's giving in person. You cannot equate for this, bro. The numbers could be astronomical. And what Umar Johnson needs to do is hurry the fuck up, okay? For his ass being a freako Rico, nigga. And the feds run down on his ass, and then we really find out how much money he got, because when they uncover the real files, we're going to know what happened. We're going to know how much you really got, or at least a real guesstimation of how much you got, bruh. Anybody that's watching Umar Johnson that has money, you look like him, this color, this shade of hue, listen to me, man. If you're in a position to do this, I think that you should take his whole thought. I think that you should build a school for young black boys, and I think that you should be the first black person to get the credit for it. And we know that he was the first one, but we're going to give you all the credit. Salute to you. Doesn't matter who get the credit when we achieve the feat. Don't matter, bro. Look how much shit we built. Stop sign, traffic lights, all type of shit. Niggas didn't even get no credit. Niggas still surviving and living. It's about what's being created, homie. Okay? That's it. So if you're in a position to be the first black man or woman to do what Umar Johnson is doing, I want you to step up and do this, because this is a great thought. This is not a bad thought. When Umar thought of this thought, wasn't a bad thought. Did not come from a negative place, man. This is a very powerful thought. And he had a chance to be one of the greatest people to do this, people that look like this, to do something like this. When is the last time you've heard of something like this? Sad thing, he want to drag FDMG in the damn ground. He want to drag Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey name, into the damn mud. If any one of those two men wanted to achieve a school, they'd have built this already 10 times over. They'd have had one in Africa. If it was Marcus Garvey, he'd have had one in Africa right now, and he'd have had one over here, and he'd been trying to get people to come from there to there. That's what he would have did. You know that, right? He'd have built one here too. But he'd have built one back in Africa. You know, he was trying to get people to move back. So he'd have built one there and said, yo, look, we got systems. Look, we build the schools out here and all that. That's what he probably did. How do you squander a position to be one of the greatest of your kind in time? Coming from where we come from in the trenches, homie. Oh, bro. How do we do this to ourselves every time, bro? Get Dirk in a position. Get Diddy just was oiling up shit. Wow, bro. How do we always get in a position to squander the shit, bro? On some real ghetto-rific shit. Like, what? Don't make sense to me, bro. We got to learn from the mistakes because we be some of the people that make the same mistakes on a lower scale. Maybe our mistakes won't be in front of everybody for us to judge it like how we judging him, but we making mistakes too on a lower scale, bro. Let's not make it from where we come from, bro, to get to a position to help other people, even can help younger black people, younger kids and all that, whatever colors of kids, man, kids is kids to me, just to help other people, bro, to come from a position. Imagine me come from the hood and then you're able to help not only people from the hood, but other people as well, son. That's big, son. Imagine people that's not from the hood that got a skewed view of the hood and a perception like that. Imagine that they jack a person like me and I'm able to change their perception just because they view with me, vibe with me in a way, and I'm showing the love in a certain way. Every one of us have an opportunity to do that, bro. You can meet a devil worshiper right now and make a person believe in Jesus. Not to say that you will, but you never know what impact you're going to make on no one's life. That's when Tupac said, I will not change the world, but I will spark the mind that does. That shit was one of the realest thoughts I've heard in history, bro. And I've read the history on walls, bro. Minerva, Stellas, Egyptian histories, Kemetism, all of it, bro. What you want to talk to me about, bro? Slavic history, knowing where you want to go, bro. I done read it. I done read a lot. See what I'm saying? And that was one of the greatest thoughts in a generation of time where on earth right now where we was at. He was a kid when he thought of the damn thought. But it's real, son. We all infect each other. And a lot of times us as black people, we want to separate from each other. But the craziest thing, though, is we all speak for each other. It's fucked up. The nigga that's the knucklehead out there doing the wild shit, somehow, some way, it comes to affect us. Somehow we affect each other, bro. Whether it gives an extra stereotype, maybe now when you walk down that block, people are thinking that you are similar to that person. Like, bro, in some conscious or subconscious way, we all represent each other in some way. So we're really not that separate as we act like we are. We're really not. Dr. Umar Johnson needs to do better. Dr. Umar Johnson is a very, very smart man. He's a very, very brilliant man, bro. But a lot of times brilliant people, you know what they do with their own devices. You know what they do with their own devices. A lot of time people use their position, they use their brilliance, they use their knowledge, their money, their resources, anything against people and over people's heads. Did Umar steal the money? No. Some people say, yes, he did. I don't call him a thief. Call him a swindler. I could call him a bunch of things. But I don't call him a thief because people donated their money, bro. Okay? People donated their time, their money, bro. And we got to respect certain things. Just the humanity of it all, bro. Come on, bro. The worst kind of people, to me, this is just my own lens, is people that use, for money, use God and or Jesus for children, bro. I don't even have to go into older people and women and anything else, bro. Anything you using, bro. But God, Jesus, spirituality you using to get money, bro. Over people on a swindless way. You know what I mean? You on that type, Bob? Children to get money, bro. On a promise, on a benefit of helping children, bro. That's some of the same thing that's about to get Big U. You know who Big U is? LA. You see the LA over there? Yeah, it's NY to LA. That's what this podcast is about. Big U, Big 60s Crip from LA, from Los Angeles. See what I'm saying? Not only was he in the streets, he made it through all of that. Locked up, all of those types of things. Gang culture, everything, the 80s, all type of shit, 70s. He was born from whatever, bro. He made it through all those times, right? After you come out and change your life, or illusion of changing your life, because this is when they locking him up to RICO, they're saying that he also took the programs that he was in charge of to help underprivileged youth and stop gang violence and help them to act it out in a different way, playing football, playing sports and different things like that, was now being used to extort and to do all the other things. What do you think they're going to do with that? Rather you never change your life at all. Rather you stayed a gangster for the rest of your life. Maybe you could have avoided detection. Maybe you could have got a 10, 20 more years out of it before they came to scoop you. But as soon as you start playing with stuff like that, bro, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're not gonna portray the illusion of helping kids, right? It's crazy. Shout out to y'all, indigenous salute, daughter salute.
With you. The haters, the struggle streamers, they really helped toughen me up to the criticism because we've been dealing with it from the first day we took a donation in St. Louis, Missouri, April of 2014, when the St. Paul's College in Virginia went up for sale, because that's what we wanted. We wanted that HBCU, but they wanted $2 million and we couldn't raise it in time, so they sold it to the Asians who currently have it now. So then that's when we said, well, we just gonna find us a regular school. So from 2014 till 2019, we school hunted. We found FDMG in 2017, but we couldn't afford it at the time. So we just stayed in negotiations with the owners. And then finally, February 2019, they gave it to us. So 5 years to find a school, which in my opinion, that's not a long time to raise the money and find it. 5 years ain't bad at all. And then you go from 19 to 25, right? So you're looking at 6 years of us renovating. It should have only taken us 2 or 3, but there was a lot of scamming going on with the contractors we were using. We really got done dirty by them. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to use Caucasian work because I wanted to keep the money in the community. The people who gave us the money black. I want to keep the project black. Right. But I had to wake up one day and say, yo, if you're waiting on your people to do this for you, it may not get done. And let me put that in context. You're talking about the second smallest state in the country, right? So you don't have much to pull from anyway. And then the city of Wilmington requires that your contractors be licensed in the state and licensed in the city. So for example, in Pennsylvania, if you're licensed by the Commonwealth, you can do work anywhere in the state. You got to be licensed in Delaware and then licensed again in Wilmington. You're already dealing with a small pool of available contractors. And then they add that on top. So I say it all the time. We have the best situation in the worst location. And when I say worst location, I'm simply speaking of the limited pool of resources in terms of contractors and the strict stipulations that are required for you to work on a project there. You know, if that same school was in Detroit, Chicago, Philly, we'd be done already, only because you got so many plumbers, you got so many HVAC, you got so many electric. You could go through 30 of them until you hit the right one. But you in the second smallest state, only a handful of black folks, you know what I mean? Yeah. Contractors that you can really, you know, go to. And everybody we use came highly recommended.
It sound good, right? All right. Just the illusion of this, right? Him wanting to create, like, even making like all black people work on the project. It's not a bad thought, bro, but we got to think realistic now. Let's think realistic now. Okay. Is that really going to be a truth, bro? Does it matter the color of people that's working on the building to create the thought for the young black boys? Does that matter? What does it matter, bro? Did you really solicit these black people that could help you for real? Because there's many black people that could have probably came in and helped them, but could have did it all black. Possible, bro. Seen Million Man marches, bro. Stop, bro. We done seen people come together for all kinds of causes, even faulty causes, bro. Stop, bro. People done built towers of Babel going around in a circle trying to go to heaven. People come together for different things. Did he really solicit the help, though? And when he was given an opportunity of help, what did Dr. Umar do with it? You cannot tell me that everybody is a Dr. Umar hater. No, some people are, because they just don't like people. We get that. We come from the world too. But a lot of people that's against Dr. Umar now were Dr. Umar supporters, bro. People believed in that school, bro. They believe that that could be a feat if he could achieve it. Maybe they think like, is he giving you the side eye while you're doing it? But ain't nobody just jumping out the window, just hating on it like, yo, we don't want this to happen, right? I still want this to happen. Will it happen is my question to everybody that's watching me now. Will it happen? And how disrespectful is that to young black boys that he's so long said he was going to help? When he entered the game, he came in a way, pushing a book, talking about our children are being young boys are being misdiagnosed in school, being put in special education classes and different things like this. He pandered right to the black woman, straight to her, his biggest supporter, the angry one that they call angry, the one that they say don't support nobody. Oh, you better stop. Her angry one. The strong one, the manly one, or whatever the fuck you want to call her. Her. She's the biggest supporter of it. So imagine if he made 2-point-some million. Imagine who supported it. Imagine the black women that we have around us. Imagine what we think about them. Imagine we're online talking about we're so separate and they won't support shit, but we're watching them support all kinds of shit, even other race shit. So you don't think they'll support us too? It don't make sense, bro. That's why I don't agree with the manosphere. That's why I don't agree with the women's sphere. And you know what I mean? Both sides have talking points, may make sense. Some people have more knowledge in the fields than other fake content creators that just want to come run with a wave, put on a little suit, think they're Kevin, a little dusty suit. But Kevin ain't come to help nothing. It pushed us further away from our kids. The further the men and the women get pushed away from each other, the further we get away from our kids. And now we're in this drill culture thing. And the kids ain't listening to us. But when we get it together, what the fuck they gonna have to do but focus on us? See what I'm saying? So while we at this, what the hell they gonna be on? This is what it's all about. It's about the divide and conquer thing going on. But we're gonna point at the people like, y'all the dividers. But how much division are we doing each other every day? We dividing and conquering too. We just dividing, we ain't even conquering. You know what I mean? At least them niggas divide and conquer. We just want to divide to divide. This shit whack. So we ain't trying to do nothing else. Think about it.
Recommended, by the way. We didn't just grab people. These were people say, get him, get them. We got the people we were told to get, and they still didn't do us right.
But when the pool is so small, and the competition isn't great, it's tough, you know.
And we ran into situations where sometimes if I don't take the plumber, the electrician say I can't take the job. You feel me? Because that's my man. Right. So since you're not taking him, I can't do it. I'm like, damn, what I got to do with you? I need this, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of that. Where I like the electrician, don't like the plumber. I like the HVAC guy, don't like the electrician. So, you know, it's networks.
Yeah.
You know, and you're dealing with a really small city and you are outsider coming from Philly. I had to deal with some of that too. You know what I mean? Because even though I get a lot of love in Wilmington and a lot of love across Delaware, you still got them people say, we don't need him here. You know what I mean? We don't need no big city dude coming down here. We can handle our own business. But I'm not here for you. I'm here for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people say, why did you choose Wilmington? And I like Wilmington. I love the energy there. I really do. But people say, why did you choose Wilmington? I didn't choose Wilmington. I chose the school that was in Wilmington. In other words, we wasn't shopping for cities. We shopping for building. Yeah, right. And that had the best building that we found. We should have been in Detroit. But once the archdiocese found out who I was, they wouldn't sell me none of the schools. I knew we was in Detroit. Me and my mother was preparing to move to Detroit. I said, Mom, we going to Detroit. We out. It's going to be cold. She said, I don't care. Let's go. And then the Jewish realtor for the archdiocese, and I thought that was interesting that the archdiocese had a Jew, because if you understand that history, but he said they want to see your curriculum. I said, we buying the school cash money. What you need to see my curriculum for? This ain't no charter school. You follow what I'm saying? This ain't no lease.
Right.
I'm buying and we done. What you want to know what I'm teaching for? Mm-hmm. I said, you can't get that.
Side effect, yo. What you mean they can't get that? Bro, if you're going to build something here, right, we'd like to see what you're going to build. What's the plan? Like, okay, remember, when you're building in a location, this school was abandoned, so I'm not saying this school. School was abandoned. Whatever they want to do with it, do it. If they want to tear it down, whatever the case. But let's say it's a building that you're just going to rent, right? You're going to go put a storefront somewhere. Some people in some buildings, some locations, it's funny. They're like, all right, cool. First of all, the scenery, the location, we want to know what you're building here. What's the plan here, right? Because there's a certain thing going on here. Why can't nobody know what the curriculum is about? Why can't we know a speck of what the curriculum could be about? Us. The people, us, bro, just people. Maybe that'll give you more donations. Maybe that can make people visualize it better. See your dream in full. You know what I'm saying? See the dream in full, bro. Why can't we know what this looks like? What does a curriculum looks like for young black boys? What does that entail? What? We never gonna know? 10, 15 years, we can't know this? We can't know some of the secrets, but you can tell us about everybody else's? You sure about that, sir? What, they're going to steal your thought? What's the problem? What do you think? People going to steal it? People do that, so I'm not going to lie to you. I create stuff, so I get that. But is this an illusion of a school? did Dr. Umar start in the beginning with the passion to do this? Tried to study, get all the things that he got. If he got a couple of degrees or whatever he got, I don't know. But I think he does. You know what I'm saying? But did he do all of that in the beginning with some passion at first? And did he deviate from that path? What happened to the money? He's going to talk about all this other stuff. Let's talk about the money. Danza already started this interview like, yo, when I want to apologize to you about something. So he already started the interview in a way that we're going to say whatever to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we know that I don't expect him to give Dr. Umar that much pushback, but we're going to see how his whole interview plays out. Remember, he's only uploaded like a clip. This is one clip he uploaded. Feel me? I think he got like one more. I'll bring it up. Is he going to give Dr. Umar the pushback? Dr. Umar needs pushback. He don't need people that's going to pander to him. He don't need people that's going to sit there like a brother to him and like a best friend. He don't give a fuck about his own goddamn sister. He call her a witch, a bruja, homie. So calm down. Stop in the name of love, homie. What? We need answers to what the hell's going on. You're talking about you want to do a damn protest in Delaware and all that. First of all, if you could get 18 people together in Delaware, shout out to Dr. Umar, because the shit like the Book of Eli, the nigga Famo was out there, and we couldn't even see a person on Jesus Christ sandals. Walk on by on Jesus' feet, homie. On my Uncle Jesus, bro. Nigga was walking around the whole city in the downtown area. You couldn't even see one person, bro. I think you seen the cat. Remember in Book of Eli, you seen the cat that he clept and he ate? It's the only thing you saw walk by the nigga camera was that cat from the movie, bro. You know y'all seen the movie, bro. Remember he hit it with an arrow, bro. You seen the arrow go by the nigga on YouTube, bro. Straight cheese. It was Eli. So if he could get 18 people, bro, you feel me? Bro. I know the food stamp office probably empty out that motherfucker straight, son. You just gonna get in your shit. Oh, I gotta go to face to face. You just right through the shit. Face to face. Right there. You go right through the door. You get security, face to face letter. Your food stamps is back on. Ain't nobody there, bro. What the hell are we talking about, bro? And while you building this school, because we don't know if you're gonna achieve this thing, but while you're building this school, right, bro? Why don't you think about helping Philadelphia, bro?
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Why not help people in Philly? Okay, I understand Delaware. Like you said, you wasn't shopping for cities. You were shopping for buildings. I got you on that because I wanted to know the clarity on that, too, of why he really chose Delaware, too, as well. So that's a good thing for him to fill in for me, personally. But while you're doing this, you could still be, imagine how powerful Umar is right now. Whether we want to think he's powerful or not, we all got our own power right now. Us. You got your own little power. I got my own little power. We all got our own little power, bro. So he got some too. We ain't got to be stupid and ignorant with this. Feel me? Imagine how much people he could bring out. Imagine how much young black people he could bring out. Imagine how much young black people from the hood that he could push kind of towards maybe want to get their scholarships, maybe want to get their, you know what I'm saying? Maybe do some research, bro. Maybe do some. Because if you're really from the hood, you already understand that shit was an illusion, son. We learned a lot of good things there, so we'll never throw it away. We'll never throw it away, bro. We learned things that we'll keep with us for life. It kept us safe. We know like this, son, I don't like how he flexing. You already know it. It's innate in you. We learned that from the hood. We grew up in the jungle. So, you know, the jungle animals, you ever seen a fucking gazelle by the watering hole? Nigga like this, homie. What happened? You see another animal somewhere else, he moving different. But you see an animal on a pride land savannah, bro. He is jumpy, bro. You don't see people trying to hunt them? Bro, as soon as you fling the arrow, as soon as you go like this, he boogieing gingerbread. Remember Caps? Or you just beat? Yo, APB. Sit, nigga. It give us that. But sometimes we get stuck to that. You know what I mean? Our environment helped create us, bro. But we are not our environments, bro. We have to step, you know what I mean? Transcend is a good word. We have to transcend. Because great people was able to transcend it. Come from certain backgrounds and ways of life and transcend it, bro. I take a person, it's just a random person. Let's pick a person like Nipsey Hussle, right? Random as hell. Nipsey's a Crip. He's from LA. All kind of other stuff, right? But he's transcended even being a Crip. He's transcended being from the hood. And he's transcended from being from LA. Because people from anywhere like him. Bloods like him. Other gangs that don't like his gang personally and beefing with them right now currently like him, though. Because he's transcended that. And we all have a time or option to do that, bro. We can transcend it too. We just like we like look a vision. We like to look and see great people, not knowing that we are some of the potential great people right now that we're looking at. All we can see is Malcolm. All we can think is Martin. All we can see is everybody. Jesus himself, bro. But all of those people who I just named, and I can name many more great men that touched earth. Jesus was the man, and he went on earth. They never cared if you liked them. They didn't care if you respected them. They didn't care if you praised them. They never wanted you to praise them, bro. Never did, son. They didn't care if you praised them at all. Jesus included, bro. He doesn't care if you praise him or not. Doesn't. They came here for a reason, for an example, bro. And that's what we are, the same thing, bro. Everything is a recreation. Civilizations are built on top of civilizations. There is nothing new under the sun. Solomon told you it. Everything happened already and it's rehappening again. What are you a recreation of? What are you recreating and what are you creating? That's the question. If everything's a recreation of everything and civilizations are on top of them, we know that cities are underneath us right now, underneath our feet right now. We know this to be true things. All truth, I'm telling you. No guesstimations, right? What are we recreating? Don't get ever in a position to make it from the goddamn trenches, to make it out, to think that you could go back and help people. Lie and act like you are going to help people. Don't help people. Young people at that, sad work. Sad work. And if you look anything like this hue, whether light or dark or whatever the hell, if you get put in a position or you put yourself in a position or God or whatever you deem to believe in, put you in a position, homie, that you're able to be one of the first people of these hues to do some shit right now in 2025 when damn near everything been done and ain't nobody doing nothing new. And you still got a chance to do the shit after you done squandered years. And you still got the chance to be the first one still. That's why I said, son, if somebody got the bread, son, just take the thought, son, just do it, bro. If I had the money, I'd do it, bro. It won't even take nothing, probably. Bro, it probably won't even take an M to build this school, bro. That's why we need someone to do it, son. So it really can show Umar is a damn fool, bro. For real now. A brilliant fool at that, bro. Because the man is smart. I'll never take away from a person's smarts or anything that people have as gifts. Feel me? Ted Bundy was charming. You know what I mean? Nigga was bugged out, but the nigga was charming. See what I mean? We could say both. He's a nut too. We could say that. But we don't have to take away from who he was because those are the things that he used to get his goddamn victims. So we're going to factor it in. We're going to factor it in. Okay? Cool. Y'all drop likes and hit the poll, man. Straight.
Think you're pushing religion? Is it a religious thing? Like, where's the pushback in that city?
I think it's just that they knew who I was and wasn't going to sell. And guess what? Every school in Detroit that we wanted, still sitting there. So that's why I tell people you got to understand that when it comes to white people, they're more about power than money.
Yeah.
If they was about the money, they would have sold us the building. They all there. They was about the control. We don't want him teaching that. You feel me? We rather not make the money.
Detroit looks like Detroit.
Yes. Oh man. Oh, I learned so much in the school hunt. I remember I was going to lease a school in Mount Vernon, New York, Catholic school, and the supervisor said, "I got to call the Vatican." I said, "What?" He said, I said, "You got to call Rome." He said, "I got to call Rome." I said, "Why you got to call Rome?" He said, "What did he say?" He said about half the Catholic schools in America are still managed directly from the Vatican. He had to call the Vatican and ask if he could lease the school to Dr. Umar. And of course, they said, hell no. Yeah, so. And he also told me that the Vatican is the second largest property owner either in the United States or in the world. I didn't know that. White boy was dropping all these jewels on me.
That makes total sense, though. I could lean towards that. You got to think of the things that was in power, bro. Rome was in power since Rome was in power, bro. Still in power, bro. Everything is still in power. The world is still the world, bro. We just think that ancient days was ancient days. When we bring our mind to the future time right now, present, we'll see that Rome is Rome. United States is the United States, bro. Straight. England, all of the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at it now because we look at Rome like some tourists and we see the broken Colosseum and all these different things. But you got to understand, son, at one point, Rome damn near ran the world, bro. So don't think that that's going to stop overnight. Salute to Eve. Good morning. You see what I'm saying? Gangsta.
He said we own much property. I didn't know that either. So that's crazy. So when you hear about that, United States, London, Rome connect, that's real. Them 3 city states that don't answer to nobody, that's very real. That's very.
Told you, bro. Those 3, told you it. Just told you it, bro. But remember, the United States is the only baby out of that. United States is the baby. The other one's been powers. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son. Britannia was running around, bro. What do you think they was taking countries and places for, bro? What do you think happened? United States came up to do what they did. And remember where everybody came from. That's here. Came from over there. So it wasn't no far-fetched thing. So all was together. Straight.
Very real.
It's very interesting how you mentioned about the contracting.
Yeah.
Right. Because, you know, people could say whatever the hell they want. When you go into that, it's tough. You know,
They kind of try to do that to America. What indigenists talk about right here, right? It went from state of Rome to papal. That happened with Constantine the Great. Constantine the Great signed it into power. He's the one who gave the Pope all the power that the Pope has. And we know who the Pope is. The Pope is the stand-in between Jesus and us until Jesus comes back. If you Google what the Pope's name means, that's what the Pope is. So he is. You know what I mean? He's the representation, basically like Jesus, until Jesus comes back. That's who the Pope is. You feel me? But Constantine the Great was the one that signed it into power. Remember, at those times, they was persecuting Christians. Okay? They was persecuting the Christians. So they came in with a plan that to unify everybody under one religion. They're kind of probably trying to do this here. To unify everybody under one religion, right? But Constantine was a Roman. He didn't believe in Christian practices and stuff like that. Feel me? So he was still living like a gluttony and doing all the things that Romans did. But on his deathbed, he signed it into power. See what I'm saying? And that's what gave the Pope all the power that the Pope has. So we get that. We got that. You know what I mean? We get that. We get all that, man. Then you get the Council of Nicaea and all these things. We can get into all of those things, you know what I'm saying? Which manuscripts was picked to get into the Bible and all these different things like that. We could get into all of those breakdowns of how that, I mean, how many people it was that was chosen to pick what books to be left, what manuscripts to be put into the book or to be left out of it. It's a lot. You get into a lot, you know.
A lot of friends that are into real estate, and I'm from a city, Buffalo, New York. It's another small city similar to the way Detroit operates.
Yes, sir.
And you know, they'll get contractors, they'll get it all set up, and the job is done terribly. And it's just war. You know, it's just like, okay, well, what do I do about this? Now we gotta rip it out. You know, it's just a thing that most people don't have a clue about.
They have no clue about it. And then when somebody don't finish their work. So let's say the electricians don't finish their work. You got to get another electrician to come behind. No contractor, what I saw, they never want to say the previous contractor did a good job. You know what I mean? It was like, we got to do it over. You know what I mean? I'm like, y'all can't build from where they slept. Nah, they didn't do that. Nobody was able to say we could pick up where they started. You know what I mean? The plumbers, nah, they didn't do this right. And I know they did it right, but you just want to get paid the full thing. Project. So we had to deal with that, you know. But the white folks, they did it. They charged us up. They overcharged us, but at least they finished the job. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. And then you had people say, well, you know, if he's on his Pan-Africanism and his Garveyism platform, why would he let white people do the work? You have to distinguish and differentiate between charity and business. We don't accept donations from non-Africans, right? But if I have to pay a non-African to do a job, that's business. That's not a handout. They're not volunteering. They're not giving us nothing. We're paying them to do a job. You see?
I understand the thought, what he's trying to say, because remember, I just asked that of why. So I can understand it. But you're not using the money. You're not spending the money. You don't want to come up off the bread. So, like, what you really trying to do is what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, it sounds good. Yes, it's a real thought right there. He's saying right here. So we don't have to discredit a person and say that he's just talking asshole shit. No, he's not. He's talking very smart, bro. But we just see through some of the stuff because we done been here for years, bro. It's like being in a relationship with a person. Cheating all day, nigga. Yeah, you still here, but you already know, nigga. Like, you side-eyeing a lot. Yeah, you changed. Oh, yeah, word. Nah, because I'm thinking this is what I'm planning. Yeah, you listening to the plan. Hopefully it changed. Hopefully we could do the plan. But at the end of the day, this is how we looking at the situation. Feel me? But he's talking good. So we're not going to say he's not talking good. He's making sense. But what about these cents? When are you going to put the money where your mouth is, sir? If Dr. Umar would have built one of these schools, I'm going to say it on all of these videos, bro. If the man would have built just this one school in Delaware, the man would be filthy rich. The man wouldn't have to ask for one payout from nobody. He would never have to say, Umar Johnson, PayPal.me. He'll never have to say any of these things at all. If he just built one. The donations he would get off of this. First of all, schools make money as well. He's the person that built it. He's the person that's involved with all of the deals that's happening with the school. He's going to get his money somehow, some way. You don't think so? You don't think so? After you build something like this, right? You can franchise something like this. You don't remember, he can be the one to build the next one and the next one in all the major cities. Boom, 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 boom. Crazy. Bag is out the world. He running around like, see what I'm saying? Xerxes in 300 with all the jewels on, coming out looking like gold out the water. That's how he coming out. Yeah, looking like Xerxes in 300. Sparta. Yeah. But imagine, even if you don't have to build it, imagine he just built one, right? And you're going to franchise like McDonald's, bro. It's something that people want to buy into. It's a school for all black children, bro. You have many people that have money that looks like this that want to do it because they have young black boys. Make sense? All right, cool. Look how we're going to make dollars. People are going to buy into it now. To open it at all, you have to pay just to open it. Just like a McDonald's, you have to have like $1 million just to open, just to buy into the franchise type thing. You know what I'm saying? So just to even do it, you got to pay a fee just to even build it. Then when you build it, he probably still going to eat regardless, but he's going to get a fee for you to even build it because it's his likeness, it's his entity, it's his IP, it's his intellectual property. See what I'm saying? So why not stop thinking small and think big? Think big. I'm not as smart as Umar, bro. I'm not. I know a 1-2 thing. But, bro, that's a small thought I just told you, bro. But it makes sense. Why can't he see that? Why is he still begging? Why don't Umar Johnson, coming from Philadelphia, have no hustle? Because he got some hustle to hustle up some money from people. But why you don't got no hustle? Why you can't take some money and use it and flip some money and get some money and put money back in the school? Because you know you're going to spend money probably, right? You're human, you got things going on, right? But why you ain't got no hustle that you ain't flipped some money that you still got to come back around asking for some bread after people done bought you an 8-ball already, all little halves? So why you still begging and you ain't go bag up and go get some money? Why you ain't go get some money, bro? I'm not saying he has to do negative things, but you get the reference of what I'm saying. When are you going to get some money with the money you got? $3 million, imagine how much money you can make. That's a baby number. That's what Lennon Honor thinks he made. I think it's astronomical past that. And the man better slow down for the feds run down on his ass like Diddy and we figure out what the real money's about. So if he really want to keep it a secret like he been telling everybody that's a donator that keep telling them, say, yo, I'm with Dr. Umar. What's going on with the school? You can't ask me nothing about the school because I don't. You chew your ass up if you ask about the school. So if you really want to keep what you've made a secret, sir, complete the job. If enough people, yo, son, a lot of people that's donating, people don't be complaining, bro. If enough people complain, bro, this thing, the shit going diddy, homie. Yeah, all right. It's going diddy. So he better chill, bro. Tell him that right now.
It's like if I have a store and a white person comes in and buys from my store, that's no contradiction. That's business. But if I got white folks coming in there financing me That's a contradiction. You see, so people say, well, that's a contradiction. You got white folks doing the work. That's called business, bro. That's just business. Fee for service. It's not a handout.
Fair exchange.
Now, if they was financing us, that would be a contradiction because you give up your sovereignty with them.
And so how do you keep it together? Because that sounds extremely stressful.
I tell you how I keep it together. Number one, I believe I was born to do the work that I do.
Okay.
That's the priority. The number one, people say, how you keep going through. Somebody texted me today when I was on my way here. They said, I'm trying to understand how you continue to keep going after everything people throw at you. Like your bounce back game is crazy. You know what I mean? And for me, I know I was born to do what I'm doing. When you know why you here, you can put up with any what.
I believe both of those statements to be true. I believe that's why he's here. He do got bounce back ability. Because to be in that position, trust me, we on our lower levels and people be trying to get at us or be bothering you or be talking to you on your channel and shit like that. You probably got 5 subscribers and 3 haters, and you be ready to flip the lid on your 3 haters. So, you know what I mean? Trust me, son. I'm cooking them a little bit right here, but I ain't really cooking them because I could give him his credit as well. But I'm just saying, people cook them every day, get views off of it. So, or try to tarnish whatever he think he's building, regardless of how much he tarnishes his own thing. Because we never see how much we tarnish our thing. We just see how much somebody else is doing. Because when you don't claim, you tend to blame. Yes or no, bro? Because if he built the school, what did anybody say? People could hate, but he did it. Point blank. Even if you thought you was a hater, you'd find something else to hate on. He's built it. All you would have to do is shut up. Everybody had to shut up. He did it, homie. It's done. Yo, son, now we make a video. This nigga really did it. Oh, shit. Michael Jordan did the shit. Nigga did it. Nigga came back in the flu game. Nigga Umar came back. Flu game. Nigga dropped 55, though. Right? You'll talk about why and how much more money he got, and we'll be talking about the other stuff. What happened, bro? What the hell took so damn long and all this other stuff? We'll always find something to pick at each other about. But he will complete the actual thing, bro. And forget about what we think about it. Forget about what he thinks about it. Those young black boys would have the thing. They would have the school, bro. People need things to aspire to, especially in coming from any of our cities, bro. If you want to build it in Delaware, any city he wants to be, I don't care, bro. All of our cities, all of our inner city communities, bro. Trust me, man. We understand that. Feel me? We understand the education. We understand that the kids are not getting that one-on-one. They don't have the time in these public schools. We understand a lot. Even some of the things that he came in preaching, talking about our children being misdiagnosed and being put in special eds and all those things. These is real things. These is real things that Dr. Umar was talking about, bro. So how can you just chip away at your own legacy like this? How can you tear down your own shit like this? Forget any of his haters. Let's put every hater on this side, bro. Let's think about what he's doing to this. How much has he contributed to this besides word salad? Because word salad is what got him the bag. And he's still here feeding us word salad. In the meantime, while he's doing all these press runs and these book signings and all the stuff that he want to do, I'm not saying do whatever he has to do. Get whatever you got to get. But while he's doing that, he could be going next door back to where he's from. One, helping his own daughter, Nisa. That's the one black person you really need to help. Not a black boy, not nobody else. It's a young black girl. And her name's Nisa, and this is his daughter, bro. That's the first black person he needs to help, regardless of what the hell's going on with them. And at the end of the day, when parents and kids go at it, who the hell people look at? The parents that say, come on, man. You big, you supposed to know. Like, come on, bro. You gotta go mend that, man. You gotta go talk to your child. You know what people are gonna tell you, bro. No matter if they was disrespectful and all that, you know what people gonna tell you, bro. You know you're gonna be like, shit, the hell, they ungrateful. I don't give a hell. You know how you gonna say, but you know what people gonna tell you, and you know what you even if you think like that about your own kid, you know what you gonna tell somebody else. So you know the real, bro. We got our own personal things wrapped up in shit. But we gotta be real with each other though. We gotta be real with each other though, man. Come on, bro. Trust me, son. That's why I want to listen to Dr. Umar is bittersweet, bro. It's bittersweet, bro. Trust me, son. I could cook him more than I could cook him, son. Trust me. I could joke him. And I possibly will. But it's not about joking him because what he's doing is not a joke, bro. The shit is not even funny no more, bro. The shit is fucked up. The shit is fucked up. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. And it might be to the point where he gets federally fucked up behind this shit. Why is he not thinking of these things? Why he's not factoring this in? Why not? Why not? This is fraud. You're making the illusion of doing something. We just watched in Diddy's trial. I was at his trial for 40 days. I learned about trials in court, not from being on the other side of the law. I learned more about trials than being in that courtroom and watching a nigga being on trial for his life than me and then my friends. And I learned from all that shit being in courtrooms watching that shit, bro. Because I had legal minds around me at the same time, being able to break things down to me, being able to see exactly what the hell's going on now. And in that case, the fraud of Jane, remember Jane, 50 baby moms allegedly? Yo, the fraud of Jane was that he promised her a trip, supposed to be the Turks and Caicos or something like that. How many things have you promised a chick? Men do that, you know. You know that, right? They game and gas in and do things like this. You know this, right? This is the fraud of Jane. You promised her with all of that to get her to do the Rigo. Somehow, some way, they could make this some kind of fraud. How long has the grift been going on? This is the longest grift we've seen besides like Latter-day Saints and all. I'm talking about our kind of grifts. Miss Cleo, they stopped Miss Cleo grift. Remember Miss Cleo, the psychic? Miss said, Miss see the future, the blood clot. Miss see rice and peas in your future, you know. Miss see our blood clot go to your future. Remember Miss Cleo, homie? Let's not do this, bruh. They cut her shit short. I'm talking about these grifts. The other grifts be going on forever and a day. You know that. Them kids with the bellies, it still ain't get that little couple dollars you sent them, little change. Them African kids with the flies ain't see them changes yet, homie. So we ain't even got to worry about that part, allegedly. But I'm just saying, bro. Whack 100 is a great content player. That nigga content player forever. You got to look at his shit twice like this, like a mirror. In a side view, like when you go to a Whack 100 video or something, you just got to look at it twice. What's going on here? Is this a play? And sometimes you be faking because you go into it knowing it's a play, and somehow, some way you be questioning, is this a play? Nah, this shit gotta be a play. Nah, this shit better be a play. But you be questioning yourself when you know these niggas are content play kings. This is all they do. Him and Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon done contented his play all the way to a Rico. That's how good a content play he was doing it. He content played himself right into a goddamn Rico.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Adam 22, good with the content play. But this play right here that he's playing gotta be the illest ones. One of the illest ones, bro. One of the illest ones, bro. And he ain't still not a thing, though. He ain't still not a thing. But when you've misappropriated the money and you don't have the money to give people back their money or stuff like that, I don't know, because you've never done the thing, you never achieved this thing, some way you can fraud this. I'm not a big legal man like that. But I could ask ChatGPT right now, bro. And it'll tell me something about this, bro. Why is he going to wait till he gets a federal joint? Why? This is gone to the level of federal now, bro. This is not a game. And it's not a game no more, Dr. Umar. Straight, bro. All of the good talking, bro. The craziest thing, how the good you could talk, if they run down on you, Dr. Umar, you're going to be in a court and you're not even going to be able to speak. Someone's going to be there representing you. So all of the good speech that you have is not even going to be good enough, because you're not even going to be able to say a word, maybe until the end or whatever the hell is the case. Because everybody's going to tell you and urge you not to speak. So imagine your voice and your speech is one of your biggest powers, because this is what you use to become who you are. Your knowledge, yes, but he's a great orator. Get it twisted. He says things 3 times. He knows all this stuff, bro. He knows your mind understands repetition. He understands how to put things in people's brains. He understands that, pause, but he understands these things. I feel a salute. Great rising, right? He understands it. He's a great orator, bro. He speaks well. But imagine your superpower you won't even be able to use. You need to think about that, Dr. Umar. If you're seeing this video, you need to think about that. And I'm going to cut that part into a short just to make sure you get that bar. Straight. It's time to complete it. Regardless of what happened. Right now, Dr. Umar, you could come out and say the real shit and say, yo, you could just say, yo, look, man. Yo, I fucked the bag up. Yo, son, the crazy shit. Yo, bro, people act like we not forgiving, bro. They lying, bro. Stop, bro. We forgiving as a motherfucker, bro. You fuck with a nigga that you don't even know fuck with right now. You know that. So let's leave that be. Bro, he could come out right now. This is how, you could call us plum fools. This is how plum fool we be. Look, he could come out right now. Look, tell y'all the truth, y'all. The money I got was 2.560 to 2,560,000. That's how much money I got. And I was doing things. I bought the school for this much. I blew this and I blew that. Yeah, man. And I was doing things. I was trying to help this. My mom's mad stuff, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I misappropriated money. I blew the bag. Straight. I mean, come out straight and say, I blew the bag. Maybe give us a reason of what the hell happened, hopefully. But I don't think he's that type of guy to even do this or give us an explanation if he does this. So I would say he gives us that and he's not going to explain himself that deeply because this is Dr. Umar. Even if he did that, people will still donate to him. People will still donate to him. Imagine that. Imagine that. People will still donate to him. But it's time to keep it real, bro. Time to keep it real, bro. What happened with the money? What's going on? How much more do you need? What do you need? Why is not a ballpoint figure on the number that you need to achieve the feat? Why you don't know how much money you're going to need? That's the first part of building. We're going to need this much funds and we're going to need it to be allocated in this way so that we can achieve this thing. Why is it not that? Why is there not a structure? Why we don't have a curriculum? Why we can't see no part of structure? All we can see is you the only person in that building running around the building, bro. We never see no one else. At least back in the days, a little years ago, he used to come through with a little, look like he having a little gathering in there, a little one of those in there, a couple of people stepping over some water in the gymnasiums or something. At least we seen some of that. We ain't seen the gym in years. Only time we see it, we go inside the one hallway with the yellow walls, which he painted, and the one wall right there with the thing. That's the only shit we seen in there. If you've seen something else in the school as of late, put it in the chat right now, bro. So I'm done. I don't be watching Dr. Umar videos like that, bro. But I know I ain't seen that. Shit. So if you've seen that, tell me right now, bro. If you only seen the yellow walls and the one wall with the stripes and the color with the tape, you know that you could do that. You know, you went to your friend crib and they had that shit, and you're like, that's kind of cool, bro. You know, you're like, damn, I want I could do that. Bro, your friend did it. Your friend don't even know how to paint. Remember, they put the tape this way, the tape that way, made a triangle, and then they got the paint red, the red. Bro, you remember? But they did it regular, like white and blue or something. You remember? They gave you that 70s feel, that John Travolta, that Pulp Fiction vibe. Remember? He did that himself. He was just paid a fiend. Delaware is full of fiends. Who you think was mopping and sweeping or doing whatever the hell that base is? Fiends, bro. It's fiends. That school cannot be built in parts like that. By the time you start to really put the insides and do things on the inside, people out there, some bro, even here, everywhere, it's not just crackheads do this. People is regular. One of our guys I know, he got a pickup truck. He goes around getting copper and things like that, bro. That's a copper opportunity. That's a opportunity in there. That's the money. People want to smoke. They're like, go in there, go grab me 5. Rip something out of the wall, nigga, just in a shopping cart from Key Foods and go dump that off and go get you a couple dollars, right? So this cannot be built in little parts like that. Do the exterior in one shot, bomb, right? Do the exterior and complete the inside. You already have an exterior ready. All you really got to do is complete the inside, bro. All the outside need is pressure washing. We seen it. We just seen a recent one, right? Where people just went up to the school. Or it needs pressure washing, some paint here, rip the old sign from the old school off the wall, put the drains, the gutters on the sides of the school you could get the runoff water. This is why the wall look like that and all that. Get up some of that graffiti, manicure up the lawns, get off all the little garbage, this junk that's all around there. Allegedly the dead dog that's in the back on the side of the school. and just build up the one side first. And then deal with the other building. Don't even deal with the other part because you want two sides of two different grade levels or something like that. Do that, but just build up one side. You can start from a certain grade and say, all right, cool, we're going to build this side when we build this, and we're going to advance it to other grades. But we're going to start it here with kindergarten or 2 or whatever. So many things you can do just to start this thing and get it going. So it's actually something legitimate and moving. And if you create one that's going to make you a multi-millionaire, you'll never have to beg again. So I don't understand when you got a win-win chicken dinner right here. It's winner-winner. Just don't get it. Just don't get it, bro.
It's not a thing where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be building those schools. You feel me? I don't have that.
No doubt.
I know I'm supposed to do it, so I got to deal with whatever comes with it. So number one, I know I'm doing the work I was born to do. That's number one. Number two, I've never cared about what people thought too much. You know what I mean? Like some people, they gotta be viewed positively by outsiders. I don't.
They want to be like.
I don't care what people think or what people say. And I believe my popularity had a lot to do with that too, because I'm just going to tell you the truth. I don't know if it's going to hurt your feelings. I don't know if you're going to like it. I don't know if you're going to love it, but I'm going to be honest. And I think people have grown to appreciate the honesty of my message, because I get people stop me in the airport all the time. I don't agree with everything you say, you know what I mean? But you're consistent. Whereas a lot of these other guys out here who claim to be into the conscious movement, they not consistent. They'll flip-flop. 1 minute they this, 1 minute they this, 1 minute they this, based on what gets the attention, what gets the money. I've never capitulated my position. You know what I mean? And I think thirdly, you know, I practice Yoruba spirituality. And in Yoruba spirituality, you know, you're born with a guardian angel, guardian spirit. Mine is Ogun. Ogun is the spirit of war, iron, perseverance, determination. Don't quit. Work hard.
Wow.
That's my guardian spirit. You feel me? So I got to keep going. You know what I mean? So I think that's how I'm able to put up with it.
Will Umar build a school, y'all? That's my question. Willis Martin, salute. Everybody salute. But yeah, man, will Dr. Umar build that school, man? That's my question to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that viewed this video. Yeah, you know, like I said, we could judge everybody. We could judge him. I think he's an example too as well, man. We got to learn from these things, man. You know, got to learn from this shit, bro. You know, but what's crazy is that people like Dr. Umar, they make it harder for the next person like him, that looks like him, to come after, to do whatever he's doing after that. You know what I mean? So he was given everything like this. So he was given the kingdom like this. Like people go, oh, it's a king, it's a king. They gave him the crown so fast, by the time we understood that he was like a damn, what's the nigga name from Nero or one of them? Caligula. But by the time we found out he was a Caligula, it's like, damn, it's too late. Right? So the next person that comes up that look like this, that want to probably achieve something like this, maybe not on this scale, that wants the funding, that want to create like a school and do this thing like this, he or she got to work 10 to 15 to 20 times harder now. And everybody gonna be side-eyeing them like this because of a Dr. Umar. So that's also what comes with that. And that's why I'm saying how we all, in some way, we represent each other in some way, whether we like each other or not. You know what I mean? You look like me, bro. Oh, when you go fuck up, they like this. They looking for a reason to look at me now. So that's how it is, bro. Regardless of what. So we got more similarities than we got differences, man. This is crazy. But the next person that tries to do this, male or female, I think that they want to achieve this, may have got inspired by this cause and the lack thereof of him achieving this cause to say, you know what? Maybe this is what I want to try to do. It's going to be so much harder for you to do this just based on Dr. Umar, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happens. Look, people coming out, yo, you know what? What was another good thought? Look, people come up with good thoughts, but it don't matter because people use it for their own selfish devices. Look at Nature Boy. Yo, we need to get out of here. We need to leave America. We need to go start our own little land. We need to be in Costa Rica in the sun. We need to be close to the equator, our melanin and all of this. Yeah, it sound good. Right? people believe in it, donate, all of that. He basically damn near popped Bigo. Bigo. He damn near made Bigo. That was on Bigo all day, right? Think about this. Did all of that. Somebody else like, yo, you know, man, we need to get away from this. Maybe he's on some real shit, though, not on some nature boy shit. You can be like, bruh, we not going to Costa Rica, homie. He's not doing this, bruh. We not, bruh. Not. So somehow, some way, we all represent each other, bro. And it's fucked up because regardless of what, bro, people look at us all the same. Even though we know we're not the same and we look at each other different in ways. And you know what I'm saying? But when people see me and you coming down the block or walking wherever down, they look at me and you the same way. Maybe if we're dressed a little different, they may be a little less apprehensive. But they look at you and me the same way. Feel me? So will Dr. Umar build this school, man? To anybody that do believe, let me know. To anybody that's donated, man, let me know. I want to speak to some donated, man. Some people that really donated to this cause from time and time ago. If you donated to this shit, I want to speak to all the donators, homie. Straight up. That's who I want to speak to. I want to speak to people that's donating to this cause and that have donated. And let me know how you feel about it. If you still feel good about it, if you feel bad about it, however you feel. If you still feel good and you still want to donate, then speak your mind. But tell us the good things that you feel. Tell us why you're doing it. Tell us why you donated in the first place. Tell us why you continue to. Tell me why you believe. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to understand, bro. We need to understand why we're doing things. What's going on? It ain't about us just beefing with each other. Ain't our school. We ain't the one building it. The hell we beefing about?
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
What is we beefing about, bro? So will Dr. Umar build this school? That's my question to everybody in the chat. I want everybody to let me know. After this live is done, video section, I want you to go to the video and start putting your comments on the video section. You can do it now, I think. However you see it, not just the live. I want comments in the video section, man. Let me know what y'all thinking. Let the people know what y'all think about this. And I want anybody that donated, if you know a donator, tell them King Vaughn looking for them, homie, and they from 63rd, so I'm on a Kofi. Just tell them that, homie. Yo, Vaughn looking for you. This nigga trying to talk to you. Exactly. Just tell them King Vaughn lives, and I'm here, homie. And I am looking to speak to the donators. And I want to know what y'all think about the school. Sherm, salute. Let us know, bro. Let us know. Should people donate to this? Should more people believe still? What? What? Are you Boo Boo the Fool? Are you Joe Neckbones? It's like, is you trying to get us? How many lumps of sugar you want, sir? Tree lumps. Is you trying to tree lump us with the sugars? Remember the cartoon? Is you trying to do this with us? Snaggle puss even? Is you trying to do that, homie? Is you trying to pull a snaggle puss even? Don't tell me you're trying to push a snaggle puss even. Don't tell me you're trying to push a evens. So let us know what you think, homie. Please, because this shit is getting out of control. And I just think the man done tarnished the men them name. I'm talking about FD, MG, Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, went as far as to say he was family to the people. Oh, you know I'm playing a sound effect.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
Went as far to say he was family to Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass family then came out all kind of people family. I think he tried it with Marcus, but I know for a fact he tried it with Frederick. Like he was a Douglass, and that's his great something down the line. But the family came out to say, "Halt, stop in the name of love, Umar. Before you even start, nigga. Stop." They stopped that shit before he was even trying to start that shit up because he got off with it a little bit. Feel me? He almost went back to the, you know what I mean, to the drinking going with it. But they stopped his shit mid track through the forest. They stopped that shit like some fucking, you know what I mean? But is this a grift, man? Some people still don't believe it's a grift. Is this a grift? Sherm said, I'm not helping him do it. Can't do it, bro. Look, Sherm said he ain't helping, man. I can't help it. Can't do it, bro. A lot of people feel that. At one point, probably a person would have said, you know what I mean? I contribute to something like that. Remember, it's nothing to throw a little $1, $2 to something. You know that, right? Imagine 1 million people throw $1, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing to throw. You throw dollars to all kind of shit every day, bro. Think about it. It's not about, yo, they donated $1 trillion. Bro, if 1 million people donate $5, what are you talking about, bro? That's 5 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa, how much views you could get. 5 million people donate $1, bro. Come on, think about that. How many people are actually donating 100, 1,000? Yo, you know what? I'm gonna save up, and then I'm gonna give him a good thing. I'm gonna save up some money, and I'm just gonna make a real good charitable donation to him. You know what I'm saying? Look how many people's working, hardworking people, bro. Some people is begging and borrowing to contribute to this cause. Not everybody has it, bro. That's contributing astronomical numbers, bro. People believe in causes. People think they're doing the right thing. So says the TV evangelist. Oh, Jesus love you. Donate to the thing right now. I said, donate to the thing. In the name of Jesus, my uncle. On Jesus sandals. Please donate to the thing. Exactly. Right? So is this nigga just like a TV evangelist, bruh? Just trying to send a collection plate around all day forever, 58 years. Hopefully he get the grip going for 30 years, probably die old age of 80. never built the school. But he required, he acquired generational wealth on the backs of everybody, nigga. Never built the school, bro. Lived, did this script right here for 30 more years. Lived to be 82 years old, son. Like Benjamin Banneker or something. And the upper room when Jesus hit the upper rooms on us with the bag and leave it to whoever you want to leave it to, the generational wealth. Because he know we trying to get some generational wealth, but we ain't really trying to get no goddamn generational wealth. So he gonna just take our little bit of bread and build his own generational wealth. Is that what this is? I can speculate all goddamn day. Okay, shit, please. Figure it out, please. I want to talk to anybody I want to talk about that shit. Straight. And I want people that was around that, straight. If you his damn grandpappy, who that damn kid pappy? I'm not damn dead pa. Yeah. If you that damn pappy, we want to talk to you, homie. Okay? Straight, homie. Straight. If you the jangalangs of his movie, remember Bernie? Jangalangs. If you the jangalang of his movie, you that damn dead pa, pappy. We want to talk to you. Anybody that donated to this, people that's even from the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? What y'all thinking about this, man? What you thinking about this school being here? Are you happy about it? Did you believe in it? Do you still believe in it? Do you think this shit just a yellow trap house? Keep it a trillion with me. Leave me the beaver. Leave me be, bro. Leave me the beaver. Is this a damn yellow trap house? That's my next question. You know the shit from 2 Chainz, the pink shit in Atlanta? Is this the Delaware version of the pink joint in Atlanta? In the A, homie, don't do this.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
It's a yellow trap house, bro. Legend dead dogs around the corner. Come on, bro. You know you seen that around your local trap house. Come on, bro. Every city in America. Don't do this with me and you. And if you're watching me overseas, you know you smell the dog around the corner right now. So leave it be. Again, leave me the beaver. Leave me the damn beaver. But is this thing a damn yellow trap house, and he mad at the city of Delaware for letting him run a goddamn trap house for how many damn years in the damn shit, and it's been in the goddamn city for how damn long, and you ain't trying to do nothing, but now you trying to get the little 15 citizens of the city, because ain't nobody out there. The nigga went there the other day. We seen it. So now you try and gather up the 15 people in the city to do a damn protest, but we know that shit like the Book of Eli out there, Dr. Umar Johnson's. Delaware like the Book of Eli. It was nobody in the downtown area. The nigga was walking around midday in the afternoon on a Saturday, bro. Nobody. Everybody don't go to work. Nothing. Nobody was walking around, bro. It was the Book of Eli movie. The only thing we saw on the nigga camera, I could bring up the YouTube video right now, bro, and show you the nigga just went to the school the other day, bro. All we saw was the cat from the Book of Eli walk by, bro, and an arrow go by the same way the Book of Eli went. That's why we knew we was watching the Book of Eli out there. So if he get together 10 people, even to play spades, besides a protest, bro. If he could get 10 people together to get a little spades convention, little thing going on, son, shout out to him, bro. He the greatest orator on earth. This nigga Xerxes. This nigga is Xerxes, for real. Because he walking around with the gold all day. So this nigga Xerxes, a 2025 Xerxes. Leave it be. Leave me the beaver, bro. All I'm going to say, it is what it is. Sis said she gonna link with me. She said she gonna put me on games. We're going to see what happened with Umar Johnson's donations and the donators and some of the people. And we just want to know what happened, bro. That's it, Umar. Or just come out the closet, not that closet, allegedly, Umar. I ain't putting you in that closet, homie. I know we black, we got to hold on to the little shit. Hold on, bro. I ain't putting that closet. I'm talking about the other one. Come from under the bed, nigga. And tell us what happened with that damn money. And tell us what had happened with the chicken, homie. That's all we want to know. We want to know why did you get that chicken and why did the shit cross the road? They ain't do it to get on the other side. And did you throw the money back to Africa, Ghana? What you did? Did you throw the back to Africa pipeline with the money? What's going on with the money, man? That's all we want to know, Umar. That's all we want to know, brother. We ain't here to point no fingers. I ain't say we ain't pointing no elbows, homie. We ain't here to point no fingers, but elbows is up. So as I'm gonna say, homie. That's all I'm gonna say. We got elbows on this nigga like this. Boy over there, son. Be like this on this nigga, Umar. Throw the hat, point the hat to the nigga. Point the hat, you know what I mean? So that's how we doing it. Baseball signs with this nigga, Umar. We gotta keep eyes on this nigga, baseball signs. Throw the hat. Y'all know which way Umar coming from. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But yo, like I said, y'all, get in the chat and just let me know, bro. Because I don't know. I just feel bad for the people that donate. I feel bad for Umar too, bro. Even though you're a grown ass man, you know that though, bro. I feel bad for him too, bro. Because he's a victim of his own ego. He's a victim of his own, like, his own pride, his own mind. You know what I mean? He want to do it all by himself. It's just a big feat, bro. Something that you probably can't, son. Little shit that we doing every day, you need help with, bro. You can't watch these kids. I could go my ass to work. Bro, you need help right now, homie. Oh, shit. You need help with somebody do them dishes. One cook, one wash. You know how we did it from kids. You argue with your sister and your brother right now, bro. One cook, one wash. You need help with something, bro. This is a big feat, bro. How you don't got a list of people that you can show people like boom, 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 boom? How we ain't seen things like that? How we ain't get to hear from some of these potential people? Even though it had probably been a skeleton of a people. He could just make anybody say some shit, not do it still, obviously. But at least we could get to see what this looks like. At least we could begin to start to put a face on this school. Because the only faces right now that's on the school is not his. It's Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey. And their name is being tarnished because their name is associated with this thing that's a failure. These people, they strive for perfection. These people strive from a time where it was hard to even be this. They had no time to play the games that Umar was playing. They had no time to be playing like that. The more we go in the future, we be playing, bro. Even I'm guilty of the same shit, bro. But they, back in a certain time, they wasn't playing, son. 62 niggas wasn't playing, son. Niggas was trying to get to what they was trying to get to, son. That's right. And niggas was trying to do shit together too and all that. So let's think about that, bro. Why are we playing? Why is he playing? When you got a chance right now to be one of the greatest black people that did something right now on earth, you could be like a Garrett Morgan or one of these people. He great traffic, like whoever the fuck created some shit. Yo, he created a school for black boys, bro. America, bro. It's crazy. Then chained it out, franchised it all over the coasts. Got schools for young black boys. Now people are rushing to try to get their kids into these kinds of schools. Come on, bro. You gotta have fees. People could pay, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make money, bro. Somehow, some way. You're gonna make money. So if it's money all you want, get it. You're gonna get it anyway. You're getting it already, bro. But complete the thing for the young black boys, bro. And don't let life catch you by, or RICO or some federal stuff catch you by. I'm not wishing nothing on him. God forbid for anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though, don't let something catch you by, caught mid-swindle, mid-scam, and you never get a chance to complete this thing, and that's all you're known as, is the failure of that. So now it's not about nobody that could hate on you. All it is was time caught up to you, and now all your work and what you've done is all that's going to be there. And you never completed this, and people are going to go back and listen to all your videos and stuff like that, how they do it, like a Kevin Samuels or whatever, and listen to your videos or whatever, and critique it, and just critique it and say, look, he never did it. He was saying this, he was saying that, but look, he never did it. And then we don't know if the city wants to tear down the building. I got to do more research on it because I know that city was trying to buy the building or something or whatever, or give it up, take it back, whatever they was trying to do. What are they going to do with it? Are they going to try to build back up the school? I doubt it because it was there already. Are they going to tear it down? Because, you know, it's commercial property space, bro. You could take that and build something big there. Condos or something like that. People want to buy stuff. People will tear that down. It's a big space. It's a campus ground. You could do a lot with that, bro. Backyard. You got gyms in the building, all type of stuff, right? Dog park. And, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. Just think big. Think of the future right now. You're building, son. Everywhere around your blocks where you was from and all that, where you from right now is changing. Like, damn, they built a building right here? Oh, shit, the brownstone. They got elevators in that shit now? Or they put some shit on the top of the brownstone. You like, what? They did some shit like that in Brooklyn. I'm like, what? Took the brownstone, built some shit on top of it now. Put like some shit looking like some rooftop views with the grass up there and all that up there, bro. On a regular, just a brownstone that just be in your hood, son. And they got elevators that go to the next one. Like they added a floor to the shit too. A 3-story brownstone, bro. Added the floor to the shit and some shit on the roof. I'm like, what? Did the shit in my hood, son. I'm like, what are they building right here, bro? I thought they was going to try to build the building over, fix it. Bro, by the time the building was done and the scaffoldings dropped and all that stuff, because we was in the hood every day, and I really looked at the building, what they really created, bro. Come on, bro. So we know that they could take that space and do a lot with it. We've seen how big it is. It's a nice space. It's a nice little space. But you're holding up space, bro. And you're wasting up time on people time, too, and people bread. So I think the grift should just stop, bro. I think you should just say what happened to the money, bro. Say it, bro. Let's keep it real. That's my thought. Hey. Oh, yeah, y'all already know what to do. Ooda, on go. Make sure y'all get the likes on go. Share this video. Share. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bells if you're watching on any of the other channels. Make sure you go to Ooda on go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Instagram, TikTok, everything. And make sure y'all all subbed in. I do different content on every channel, and I will be. But I just want everybody locked in on all the channels so that you're always notified. Because when I'm not live here, I may be live somewhere else doing something else. I may be on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I got other platforms. You know what I mean? I got On Go News, On Go Comedy, which I'm going to be doing comedy things on that one. But I'm just building them as I'm building them. So I just want everybody subscribed to all of the channels. So when I start to bring the different contents, not just for my own self, but also people that I'm going to be bringing to the channel, which I'm about to be bringing some great people to the channel on this one. Me and Henny going to be doing some great things. Nick at night, I'm going to bring Nick on. You know what I mean? I'll bring a lot of great people I met from the trial, dope channels as well. Yeah, so we most definitely going to get into some conversations. But shout out to my real queens, my real sisters. It's going to most definitely be a lot of them because we were just vibing and chopping it. Some of my real kings that I met out there. And some dope people that I know in real life too. So I think that's going to be dope. Shout out to that. Make sure y'all subscribing to I Fear Beyond. Wow. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. You heard? You're looking for, women and women only, bro. Because that's who you're going to grift, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it. So, because if you're a dude, you don't really rock with dudes. You know what I'm saying? If chicks, you talk to chicks, they're like, I don't really talk to chicks. Then they can be come out. She go down a laundry list of why she don't deal with chicks. So we get it, how we get it. But sometimes we got to stop that with each other. But we get why. Because you fucking with random niggas like that? The fuck is you? Like, what? Who's doing that? Pause. Hell. And nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Straight. So if you're a dude, you're going to be more likely dealing with some chicks. That's it. No, nothing else. And chicks be like, yo, I get with dudes. They going to be on some judgmental shit. So I fuck with niggas and shit. So I get it. We get that. We get both of them. You know what I'm saying? We most definitely get both of them. But right now it's just about how we building together. I'm gonna be doing some dope, you know what I mean, even some relationship videos where we talking about some topics and shit like that, men, women, and all that, and just come up and just chop it up. So it's about, especially when I drop links in the chat, y'all just use it to just come up and just say 1, 2 things if y'all want to and say something. So I'll leave it there for y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all have helped me to grow these channels, any of the channels that I'm on. And at the end of the day, we can help to use it as well. You know what I'm saying? So every day we help to build some shit, but we never get a chance to be there or use it. Every day we help somebody to do some shit, build, grow, and all this other. Everybody always changes. Everybody always gets to a position and they forget about the boost that they got. And we give everybody a boost. Whether we want to tear each other down, we give everybody a boost. Everybody, every one of us. You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to continue that. Give each other a boost just like back in the days over the gate. Keep giving each other a boost, man. Make sure y'all boosting this video too as well. liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bells. A lot of people not getting my notifications on Udo on Go because we have been growing. I try not to do certain kind of content. I try to not get into certain kind of conversations because like on my other channels, I get into a lot of these kinds of things, these conversations, this and all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Spirituality, everything. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you get into certain things, they begin to limit you as well. So just make sure y'all doing your part, y'all liking, y'all sharing, y'all commenting, y'all dropping sevens in the chat. Y'all believe in God and Jesus. It's great. And any of my chats and just doing things like that. And we'll be all right. We most definitely be all right. So like I said, y'all subscribe to the channel, notification bells are on, unsubscribe, subscribe back. And if you're watching on the other channel, make sure you're on Go. On Go.
All my niggas from the Uda, all my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks, all my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat. You been stuck in the all my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas from the Uda, all my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks, all my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All of my niggas insane. They tryna catch a mistake. Young niggas putting in pain. It in the game, all for the game. Niggas ain't playing for nothing. Went in school, laying it bang. My little nigga kill my little nigga. Full-time job not to kill niggas. Jump off the porch of the field, nigga. You was in the house, I'm a field nigga. No fuck boys.